everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Elliott Show. I'm not going to take up much of your time today, and I want to keep everybody informed that the Memphis Grizzlies will have their first game of the season. So against the New York Knicks. So we wishing you guys the best in this upcoming season, and we pray and hope that the Grizzlies can take us a long way this season. We just need the fans to hang in there and support the team, as well as the Memphis Tigers as they're beginning to prepare for their season and everything. So good luck to you guys. On to the topic for today. Whew, man. Topic for today, we're going to get serious for a minute, okay? Now, I normally come on the show and we have a good time. We laugh, we talk to other artists, models, actors, a little bit of everything. And that's what this show is all about, really. We try to talk to people who are doing things, for one, and people who are trying to do things. We want everybody to be uplifted with their talent and ventures and different things like that that's going on in their lives. So if you're one of those people, then please hit the subscribe button, like the show, leave a comment. But I definitely want you guys to comment about what we're about to talk about now. Now, seriously, I know that a lot of you out there don't pay attention to what's going on in the world today. A lot of you all could care less about what's going on in the world today. A lot of you could care less about what Donald Trump, Joe Biden is doing. Politics. We don't care nothing about no politicians. Politics? Come on. But to keep it real with you guys, our government and the so-called people that's trying to take over and run the world, such as China, Russia, North Korea, United States, Iran, just to name some places. You understand what I'm saying? But here's what I want to talk to you about, and I really need you guys to pay attention. Every time I come on air, I'm trying to remind our people of the United States to prepare. Prepare, because something is about to happen. We get caught up in saying things can't happen, and it can happen, and it's gonna happen. I keep telling you that. But it seems like our people are not paying attention to the warnings. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about the chances of what if America came up in a nuclear war. What if we were struck over here? What if we had a national disaster in the United States that was so bad, earthquakes or whatever we had that national disaster, something that's going to put the entire United States in jeopardy. And this thing just happened like a thief in the night. You understand what I'm saying? What would you do? What would you do? I'm upset with our government. I'm upset with our cities, our states. You know why? Because Russia, China, all these other places, North Korea, they have underground bunkers that the entire city could go to in case of emergency. That means lives will be saved. What kind of disaster plan do we have here in the United States? Like for real, really. I'd like to go to the mayor and set up a meeting with the mayor myself on the city of Memphis, Tennessee. Because we need people in America, we don't have emergency plans. We are not aware of what's going on, what type of shape we are in right now with foreign countries. You understand what I'm saying? Now, really, what would it hurt if the entire United States, each city, had a day to where they exercise emergency plans? Meaning those emergency sirens you hear when tornadoes and different things like that are coming, Why can't we have a day to where it's rehearsed and practiced? Where the entire city, you hear those alarms, the entire city, say you got 5 minutes, say you got 10 minutes to get yourself to safety. 10 minutes. What would you do? How would we respond? How should we act? That's why I feel like every city in the United States, and on God, I'm really mean this here. I would love to go to our mayor and speak to the mayor about having a citywide, emergency plan put together. What to do in case this happened? What to do in case that happened? Our people do not know. What about the people that's in the hospital? What about the people that's in nursing homes? What about those people that are homeless and different things like that? We need to start preparing ourselves for these types of events. I mean, really, they're talking about nuclear war each and every day. North Korea is shooting missiles off like, hey, it's video games. But all we thinking about over here is going to the clubs, where our next show is going to be, hanging out, sitting at home doing nothing, playing video games. I mean, really, think about it. Think about it. The United States, China can put their entire, China is huge, humongous. And if you don't believe me, then you can just watch this. Watch and see what happens.
China has pursued much the same measures with their underground Great Wall, consisting of 3,000 miles of underground tunnels, which include not only nuclear command centers and leadership protection centers, but also, we believe, are hiding hundreds of road mobile ICBMs.
It appears as though if this situation were to escalate right now, the last man standing would be China or Russia. And if people want to know more about this, I would encourage them to go and watch the first couple interviews we did with Dr. Peter Vincent Prime, where he does kind of go into greater depth about the capabilities of all these parties, not so much China. And that's the one that kind of everybody sleeps on, right? Like you're saying right now, there is no strategic arms control agreement, so we don't really know how many. I've been looking at this number 300 for years, and it doesn't seem to be moving. Yet we know China has this mass industrialized base that they can mobilize in a heartbeat to probably start churning these things off the press at dozens a week.
That's exactly what they're doing right now. I mean, they're building, they're engaged in a breathtaking nuclear buildup of about 3,600 nuclear warheads deployed on new DF-41 ICBMs, and mostly in Western China and Central China.
So is there anybody who's on the Joint Chiefs of Staff or in the upper echelons who is saying this to the leadership, like, you realize that if it happened today, we would lose? Or do they actually believe that the Minuteman missiles are enough? And what is the conversation that's happening? I'm not sure if you know, but...
I do. Yeah, Admiral Charles Richard is the commander of U.S. Strategic Command, and he testified to Congress last year, and I believe this year as well, that he doesn't even know if the Minuteman would work. I mean, it's essentially just on the border of complete obsolescence, where we're not certain that it would actually function. We believe that most of them would launch, but we don't really know, and there's just all kinds of obsolescence issues. But he's been ringing the fire alarm bell. That we need to. He said that we don't even have a nuclear deterrence theory that would cover fighting a war with two allied nuclear superpowers at the same time. As I've said many times over the past year, any full-scale war the U.S. has with Russia, or any full-scale the U.S. has with China, will inevitably involve the other nuclear superpower, because they're military allies, and that would go into effect. Like if Biden were to execute direct airstrikes against the Russian army, China would then accelerate they would act immediately to impose a blockade on Taiwan and begin bombing strikes, particularly possibly including nuclear strikes and EMP strikes against U.S. military bases in South Korea, Japan, Northern Marianas, and Guam, where we have a nuclear bomber base.
Now, what I'm going to tell you, what can you say behind this? These people are already showing the world that they're getting prepared. They're getting prepared to do something. Why can't we have, if it's just one day in the United States, why can't we get together for just one time as a community, as a large, huge, humongous community of the entire United States, where every city has to go through some type of emergency plan, training. I mean, because if something like this happens out of the blue, it's going to be so many of us unprepared, and we're going to be gone just like that. We're not going to be able to make it. Why? Because it's not put into the American people's heads to start preparing for something like this when it should be. And we are not even the ones that's getting all this stuff kicked off. It's the people that's in Washington, our governments, and those presidents and everything that want to run the country, run the world, take over. It's putting all of our United States citizens in jeopardy. I mean, just look at the border, how people are coming over here. We're sending so much money to Ukraine. Oh my God, we're sending so much money to Ukraine, and then we involved with everybody. It's like, well, Russia can't hit Ukraine. You know, they hit Ukraine. Then the United States gonna step in. We're gonna ban Ukraine. All right, Taiwan, United States, we're gonna step in and support them. We're gonna step in. Okay, Japan and North Korea, we're gonna step in to help Japan. Now, you're talking about one country, the United States. These people have Iran, India, Turkey, Russia, North Korea, China. All these places coming up against the United States. We're one. We're only one. These people have nuclear weapons as well. So you mean to tell me that if those people get together to start sending missiles over here, then it's bye-bye. Seriously, it's bye-bye. There's no way we can watch what's going on. There's no way we can fight a war in Russia, in China, in North Korea all at the same time. Iran, Afghanistan. It's no way that we can do this. I mean, if you pay attention to what's going on in the world today, chaos is everywhere. It's like almost every country in the world is having some type of protest of people being displaced from their homes and different things like that. It's just a matter of time, folks, before it happens over here in the United States. And I'm just, I want to have my show as a positive show, and I definitely want to support people and everything, so this is something that I think everybody needs to think about. If you are for an emergency plan in the United States, make a comment. Leave me your comments at the bottom of the screen. Leave me your comments and let us know that whether or not you are for it or you're against it. For it or against it. I need to know, because I want to do something about this, because I do. I feel like this thing could happen at any time, any given time, which those people over there, they are prepared. They've been planning and building for something like this for years. The United States, that's the place that's supposed to care about us so much. Our government, America first. We're not first. We're not first. And we're slowly we're slowly melting down. And it's because of poor leadership. So you leave your comment, hit the subscribe button, like button, tell a friend and tell another friend. You all support me here on this show. Also, we're going to be taking up any donation coats or anything like that, or clothing or toys. So many people have been already displaced from their homes and their families and different things. I wish I could help out around the world, but I really want to start in our own city. And y'all don't care. I know y'all don't care. You don't care about people. You don't care about what's happening until it happens to you. That's for real though. Man, who could care less about what's going on? Who could care less about the homeless? Who could care less about the children that's in need? The families with no food on the table. Things are getting so bad right now. They're arguing and fussing about all type of food now. The food shortage coming up. It's about to happen. United States is about to happen. And our black people are some of the dumbest people in the world. You know why? Because we are not prepared. We are not prepared. We're ready to fight and we're ready to shoot. But we're not prepared. I don't need to get prepared. Just let it happen. I'm with it. Stupid. Do you sound? Stupid. Do you sound? Y'all think about what I'm saying. Please leave your comments. I'm interested in knowing what you have to say. So do that for me. Follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, like I said, we're planning on doing some things for people this Christmas. And I want to start now. So any type of donations or anything, you'll see the information at the bottom of the screen. You all contact me. Let me know what you think about it. And I pray that you guys can actually help me give back to people that really needs it. Because there's a lot of people right now. People in Florida and different places. Everybody is, going through something right now. So many people are out of their homes. A lot of people have had house fires and apartment complex fires and different things like that. And their entire life changed just like that. Really, just like that. And it could happen to any of us. You could be rich today. You wake up in the morning broke. Back to the start, back to the beginning. How would you feel? God has blessed you to come up to have certain things. You want to be blessed some more? Help somebody else. With that being said, man, I thank y'all for joining me for watching the Joe Elliott Show. I'll see you next time. Right here.